Okay, welcome to the channel. This is Slight. Today we're going to go through the basics of riding a motorcycle. The how-to, what controls what, mainly for people that have never ridden a motorcycle before. It does look a lot more complicated than it is. So anyways, first and foremost, number one step, take a course. You should really take the motorcycle safety course. I've taken both of them. There is one for the M2 or the M1 exit. They also have one for the M or the M2 exit. Those courses are worth so much. It does help anybody get through the basics, but it also gives you a really solid platform, and it's by far the best thing you could do. What we're working with today is my Honda Rebel 500. It is the 2020 model. It's a great starter bike. We're going to go through the actual controls. We're going to kind of go through a whole circle kind of thing. So I'm just going to point out what controls what, and then we'll kind of dig further into it. That is your left peg. This is just for your foot. So when you're riding, this is where your foot's going to be. A lot of people stick their feet out like that. The proper position would be on the balls of your feet. When you're going to use this is your gear selector. Gear selector is 1 down, 5 up on most bikes, unless it's a 5-speed. This one's a 6-speed. So neutral is found in between 1 and 2. It's kind of like a half selection in between them. You can find neutral either from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. Your clutch is controlled on the left handle. Your headlight, high beams, your low beams, flash to pass is your push. That's your horn. Your signals, left is pulling left, center, like your push center, and that is your cancel. Right again, and cancel. Now in Harleys, they typically, not all of them, but most of them, they have a signal for your left and a signal for your right. Right hand side, you have your front brake, your accelerator or your throttle. This would be your ignition basically. Okay, you would turn that on, and then down here is your starter, your four ways. So that is your just your peg, okay, and then the pedal up front is your rear brake. Okay, so that is your controls. It does look a little overwhelming. It's not, but it's very important to find an empty parking lot and do your basics before you do anything. Don't just jump on the road. That's a recipe for disaster. Again, the most important thing you could ever do is go take the course. It's not a requirement, not in Ontario, Canada. It is highly recommended. Sorry, the ignition, the key is on the left hand side of this. You can find them all kinds of different places. On the Rebel, it is just here, so the key would go in, and then you just turn the ignition on. Okay, so proper way to get on a motorcycle is from the left hand side. It is leaned to the left, so to go on here, you're going to put your hand on the bar, the left hand side of the handlebar. Okay, you're going to move your leg across, down. You can hold the brake in the front if you want, and that just helps you for going forward or anything. Coming up off of the actual weight, so then you're at your balance point, you can move the kickstand back, and then I'm in the middle, like I'm in the balance point, right? Flat-footed. It's right in neutral. You can see how it moves back and forth. Okay, back and forth. The motorcycle safety course that I was in, they made us push the bikes around. So there was actually a guy behind us pushing us around, and we could just kind of feel the weight of the bike. Now, the Rebel is under 500 pounds. It is very, very light. It's like 400 pounds kind of thing. It sounds heavy. It's not, because most of the weight, you're just balancing it, right? So you can balance it side to side, and most of the weight is to the bottom. You should kind of walk the bike a little bit. You can kind of feel how you can turn it, right? Turn it the other side, right? Easy. Back it up. Again, you're just going to walk it back, right? It's nice to have a bike that you can have both feet on the ground because it makes it easy to move that. If you're too short for that, you would have to get off the bike, and you're just going to, with your hip into the bike, it's like a triangle, right? So you have your 1, 2, that's your 2 tires, that's part of the triangle, and then you're going to be the third position of the triangle. So you're not pushing it up too far over, like too far that way. You're just enough there, and then you're just going to lean it forward, or lean it a little bit, and you can move it back. Okay? Start it up. The ignition, you're going to turn over. You're going to push, that's like the kill switch, right? You're going to pull in the clutch, right? And then the start. You're going to push the start button. And that's it. Now, it's in neutral. I have most have a green neutral position. I also have a gear indicator on this one. But you can, at that point, let go of the clutch and you're fine because you're in neutral, right? So that is going to be the end of this one. If you like this, you can continue on to the second video. I do appreciate anybody that clicks on this. If you like these videos, please subscribe. And until next time, thanks.